Well, hello there, Sagittarius. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I am Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your mid-November tarot reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or any advice that Spirit has for you. And Sagittarius, we had the new moon in Scorpio yesterday, and with that energy, there is this call within us to make some big transformation or change in our life. And I did a special reading on that and posted it, but in that there's also a reflection journal activity that you may find helpful if you haven't already taken a look at it. It's totally free, and that energy with the new moon in Scorpio actually continues this entire week. So if you have a few minutes of quiet time and you'd like to take a look at that journal activity, it's my gift to you. So I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's take a look at your overall energy. Stepping into power, you're strong beyond measure, and wombat spirit, be at home. You know, this is the energy of going within. This is the hermit energy. Going within and knowing what it is that do you want for yourself, instead of feeling kind of like distracted by what other people either want for you or want you to do, the direction that they are thinking is best for you, right? This is the energy of going within and getting really kind of grounded with yourself about what it is that you want for yourself, and then stepping into your own power and taking action. You know, sometimes when we do not know exactly what it is that we want, we know maybe we want change, or we know that we want to go after a new career, or we want to move to a new city, but we're not quite sure where we want to go, or why we want to go, or you know, what is calling us to make this change, when we're kind of like unsure about parts of it. So you may have clarity about parts, but you're kind of really unsure about the other parts. We kind of attract in people that want to tell us what they think is the best idea, right? Where they think you ought to move, or if you should move, you know, or want to make a change, you know. And so therefore, when we're unsure ourselves, we can take on that energy of other people who come in. And let's be honest, a lot of those people probably have their own agenda that they're trying to fulfill, right? And understanding that this is a great time for you to go within and really look. You have deep knowing on the bottom, right? This is the energy that you know what it is that you want for yourself. You may feel a little bit, you know, fogged in, a little unclear. But this new moon in Scorpio, that energy that we're still in, helps us to find that clarity, helps us to understand what it is that we want, and the why. The why is just so important. Yeah, because this is this is beautiful, because you're stepping into your power. But you can only sometimes step into your power when you allow yourself to pull your energy away from other people and situations. You know, this could be you just take a mental health day and you go out into nature if it's possible, and you just go sit with the animals and the trees and nature and take your journal with you and just understand, okay, I'm reconnecting to me. I'm reconnecting to my own intuition in order to be able to find the success that you are wanting, because it's coming. I got a glance here. Yeah, I think this does have something to do with creating, because you have the co-create and creative endeavor. There's something that you are wanting to create, perhaps even with another person, right? So this could be creating a new business. This could be creating a charity. This could be creating a new home in a new city, right? This could also be creating, co-creating, adding to your family, if that is something that, you know, you have been kind of like thinking about doing. This is knowing that when you go within, you will get the clarity. The Queen of Swords knows what she wants and no longer allows distractions in her life. She cuts out those people, those situations that are preventing her from taking to being able to move in the direction that she wants to go in. And I think that that's what you're doing. You're taking action. You may be moving slow at this time in order to get this energy. There is like you want to be sure-footed, right? You want to know that you're making the right move, and yet at the same time, I think you're kind of plotting as you go. Now, the problem is that I feel like you have somebody around you that doesn't want you to make this change. So Sag, it's about, okay, reflecting once again, what is this person saying? Why are they saying it? And then also kind of like getting really good with what it is that you want for yourself, because here's your present energy. You have the Hermit. So you have the Hermit twice, right? This is really calling you to go within, to understand what it is that you truly want and your why. When we connect to our why, that is when we get inspired. When we know why we want to do something, suddenly the clarity comes. And if your why is, well, because my spouse wants me to, or my parents want me to, or society says I should, right? Then you know that you're on the wrong path, because that's not your why. Your why is, I want to do this because I want to help heal other people. I want to share my creative abilities with other people and bring them joy and happiness into their life. This is the understanding that the why has to be connected to you and your heart, and not necessarily to what other people want for you. Because what you're experiencing right now is this consciousness of lack. Almost like doing something, but doing it because you feel obligated or tied to doing something, or you feel as if it's something that you should do because somebody once told you that you should do this, right? This is the Yang spirit going within. This is the divine feminine. This is the Empress energy. Going to the place within you that lets you know what it is that you really and truly want. Because when you do, you light that fire. The Ace of Wands is that burst of inspiration, that insight. We get motivated when we know what it is that we want, and that allows you to step into your power. And, literally, it's kind of like that energy where, when there's a child stuck underneath a car and, a mother goes out and lifts a car that weighs tons up off of her child, right? In order to save it. It's that type of energy that we get when we are in alignment with what our soul truly wants. When we understand our why, we step into that energy of, oh my goodness, this is the direction I'm going in. And no one or nothing is going to prevent you from going towards what it is that you truly want. I think you have been somewhat distracted by somebody, okay, that may have tried to come in and give you an offer that maybe it even seemed too good to be true. I'm hearing that. It may have been an offer that was, I'm going to say this, Sag, in a loving way, kind of like an easy way out. You could have been in a position where, say you wanted to leave the job that you were in. It was a toxic environment. It was, the energy where you got up every day and you drove to work in dread, or you just felt uninspired or unappreciated. And somebody came along and offered you something. Ace of Pentacle, legs up is an Ace of Pentacle. But this person had an ulterior motive. Okay, they may have known that you were in that type of a position, that you were kind of desperate to get out of one situation, but you couldn't just leave the job because you have family obligations, right? Or we all have to pay the rent. So you took a job that necessarily didn't fit your own heart's alignment, right? Your life purpose, your soul's journey. You took something in order to get out of a bad situation. And I think you kind of talked yourself into it with the Seven of Swords here. This is a little bit of that self-sabotaging energy that we all do. When we kind of like try to even convince ourselves, right, that a decision that we're making is good because we just see that it's allowing me to get out of something. Because see, you have the consciousness of lack. I think you made a decision. Something came across your path that you saw as an opportunity to get out of a bad situation. And I think that maybe at some point you kind of like recognized, okay, I jumped at something a little bit too quickly. Instead of waiting like another 3 months, 6 months, or a year for a better job, I just jumped from one frying pan into another. Right. And this is a lesson, right? You're the teacher here. It's kind of a lesson that you are learning. Instead of taking the easy way out, or let's take about another scenario. Okay, so you had a toxic job, right? And you went home every night and you complained about your job, and then either your friend or your partner or somebody said to you, well, I'm tired of you complaining, just get another job or quit complaining. Like somebody could have said that to you, and you were just kind of like took that as, one, I either need to just quit complaining, right? Just suck it up and go on with life. And you could have done that, okay? And that's so toxic to us. Or you could have just said, okay, they're right, I just have to get another job. And you went out and you just got a job, right? You took the next best thing that you could find. This is an energy of understanding the reason why you made a decision. And, here's the thing, Sagittarius, is don't feel like you're regretting it. Don't feel like that was a mistake, because every single decision we make helps us to get closer to our soul's evolution, right? You've learned something out of this situation. You've learned that maybe it's worth taking your time with the Knight of Pentacles, taking your time and not just jumping at things that come onto your path that look like a way to get out of one situation, or look perhaps, maybe it is even that you didn't make a decision in order to get out of a toxic situation or something that wasn't working for you. But maybe it's kind of like you wanted to buy a new car, and all of a sudden you just, oh my goodness, I love that car. And you jumped into it, you bought a new car, but you hadn't done any research on it. It was just kind of like, well, I know that's a good brand, and I know that, that's a good looking car, and I need a new car, so I'm going to buy this car. And then you get home, and all of a sudden it's not as good of a buy as you thought it was, So let's take a look at this. Yeah, this is you. Oh my gosh, you're getting a second chance. I love this. You are truly getting a second chance, because now what you're recognizing is that you took an opportunity that didn't align with what your heart truly desires. Okay, this could be a relationship, a job, a career path. It could be a home that you purchased. It could be anything. Okay, but you took an opportunity, and I would say that this probably happened like 3 to 6 months ago, even maybe a year ago, maybe even, I'm going to say maybe even up to 3 years ago. Okay, but there's this energy where you took an opportunity thinking it was going to be the best opportunity, or the best opportunity at the time. And now what you're recognizing is that you took it because you almost like had ulterior motives in order to get out of one situation, right? And you got into another situation, but neither situation was in alignment with what your heart truly desires. When it is something that we really and truly want, it is worth waiting for. And I think that that's what you're understanding. It's worth waiting for this, because here you're having a second chance. It's kind of like the universe recognizes Sagittarius learned this lesson, so we'll allow this to have a second chance, right? For some of you, this could be even the fact that you may have left a relationship, okay, in order to go in a new direction, and now recognizing, I wish I had not left that relationship. I wish instead I had stayed and done the work in that relationship. So it could be that you even want to return to something, okay, because you're getting some type of a second chance here. All right, so let's take a look at what your advice is. Yeah, you have to the sea and courage. This is, the to the sea energy is going slow and allowing things to play out in the best divined way. And this is having the courage to have patience, to allow things to sometimes kind of like work their way out, right? Allowing your spirit guides and your angels to work the magic behind the scenes, to not feel like you have to be in control all the time. Sometimes being patient takes more courage and power than moving quickly. It really does. Because sometimes when we think, oh my goodness, I better grab this opportunity because, wow, that looks like the best opportunity I'm going to get. We grab at something that isn't necessarily the best opportunity. It's our fears that come up. I better grab this relationship. I better grab this job. I better grab this house, this car, whatever it is, because we feel like there won't be anything else coming along for a while. We're not patient enough. And I feel like that is part of this situation, because look at what you have, the Wheel of Fortune. You're getting a second chance. And this is so divinely timed. I think for some of you, this could be a relationship. It truly could be a relationship or a chance to kind of like create a business that you have been wanting to create. Or if you started a business like 3 years ago and it didn't work out, okay, for one reason or another, or you tried to start it, or maybe you started a side hustle on the side and it's just like, yeah, I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere. This is the opportunity for it to go. This is the blessings, right? This is things turning in your favor. Definitely opportunity. An opportunity is coming in that helps you to get a second chance at something that maybe I don't want to say you passed it by. I think you probably, yeah, 10 of Cups. This is something you really and truly want. This is something that is near and dear to you. So for instance, it could be a house, and maybe 3 years ago, you really wanted it, and, you got outbid. Maybe you got outbid because you didn't have the money at the time. And now maybe even a new house that's even better than the house is coming available to you at a price that you can afford. Or maybe that previous house is back on the market. And you now suddenly have a windfall of some sort so that you can afford it. Yeah, there's some type of second chance coming in that evens things out. This is something that is emotionally attached to your heart, right? Some type of offer that evens out things that didn't work for you in the past. We also have the Scorpio energy, okay? The death card, the transformation, understanding something has to end before something new can begin. Truly, check out that free journal activity. I'll put the link in the description box below. Take a few minutes to kind of look at that and see what direction this is going in, because believe it or not, temperance, patience. It's about having patience for things to work out for you, right? The Justice card coming in again, letting you know that things are going to work out, balance out for you. If you feel like somebody took advantage of you in the past, right? Kind of persuaded you to go in a certain way, it's also going to balance that out. You're going to understand how everything has worked out for your highest good. That's beautiful energy. All right, let's pull the Soul Truth card for you, Sag. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, what is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us. Through physical pain or discomfort, our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Yeah, I think for some of you, this could have affected your own health. Because when we allow ourselves to stay in toxic situations, right? I mean, sometimes we're in them and we have to deal with that for a while. But I feel like you allowed yourself to almost like continue the toxicity, maybe in a different relationship or situation, but you continued it, right? And now what you're recognizing is, yes, and with the consciousness of lack, I think your body may have been telling you, it's time to make a change. And they suggest the book Kill Your Body by Louise L. Hay. That's a great book. So yeah, if you're experiencing some physical pain, of course, you want to talk to your doctor about it, but you also may want to take a look at that book and see, you know, how it may resonate with you. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light, Sagittarius, and I really appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.